let us all do we can to build a better future.
You know, it's interesting that we're seeing all this play out. What am I talking about? Donald Trump. Oh, yeah, I'm going to bring his name up. Donald Trump and the FBI. Boy, during the Trump administration, so many people kept screaming, oh, the walls are closing in. This is it for Trump. The FBI is going to bring him down. Impeachment, impeachment, impeachment. We're going to keep on doing this, taking down Donald Trump. And now something happened. This came out yesterday. But I'm just going to read 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 words to you. FBI should never have investigated Trump, according to a report. Are you ready to laugh? I'm ready to laugh. Probably a lot of people in Vote Blue No Matter Who people are probably crying themselves in a corner. And yes, I'm going to read this article from RT because I want to trigger them. Special counsel John Durham has concluded that the agency relied on biased information to spy on the former president. Oh my goodness. U.S. Justice Department and FBI failed to uphold their mission when they launched the so-called Russiagate. Oh no, Russiagate investigation into former President Donald Trump. To quote my colleague Daniel Lepker, and yes, even myself here too, it was always going to be one big nothing burger. Nothing. You get nothing, and you will like it. The Justice Department Special Counsel, John Durham, has determined in a long-anticipated report. In a not one, but 300-page document released on Monday, Durham condemned the FBI for treating incriminating information on Trump with a serious lack of analytical rigor, especially information received from politically affiliated persons and entities. It's almost as if it was one big waste of time. See? Then I promise all of you to laugh. All of you should be laughing right now because we've been saying this and we got a lot of pushback here at Hard Lens Media from a lot of people we respect too, saying that, oh, you guys needed to be covering Russiagate. This is a real story. What do you mean there's a lack of information? What do you mean that Russiagate is just a conspiracy? Because it always was. And I get to smile and laugh about it. So Durham's declaration is primarily reference to the Steele dossier, a compilation of bogus rumors about the former president and his alleged links to Russia that was gathered by a former British intelligence agent on the payroll of the, surprise, surprise, Hillary Clinton campaign. The dossier kickstarted the FBI's counterintelligence investigation against Trump in 2016, codenamed Crossfire Hurricane, which would spiral into Special Counsel Robert Mueller's Russiagate investigation. Boy, it sucks to be TYT after they, put a lot of investment into that Muellergate. They call it Mueller time? Yeah, Mueller time, Russiagate, right? I remember that. That one big nothing burger, Russiagate. I can't help but smile and laugh because it's funny. It's funny. It's funny to me because so many people in corporate media were saying that this is a big story and a big deal. Mueller would later find that no collusion occurred between Trump's campaign and the Russian government. The Steele dossier was used by the FBI to obtain court permission to spy on Trump's campaign. The FBI made basic, fundamental, and serious errors. FBI, oh God. There was once a time you were respected by the media, respected. I remember the X-Files thinking, yeah, the FBI is out there trying to stop the aliens and Bigfoot. Then I just realized they're just a bunch of incompetent buffoons. Basic, fundamental, and serious errors, folks. Look at that. I wish I could go back in time and just share this with everyone who called out Russiagate for being BS. So that way they would never feel bad or feel like they're being bullied. All right. Because here's the thing. Everyone that's called out Russiagate for being one big nothing burger, you have been vindicated. You've been vindicated. All of you watching, you have been vindicated. In applying for a warrant to survey Trump, Justice Department Inspector General Michael Horowitz declared in 2019, there was significant reliance on investigative leads provided or funded directly or indirectly by Trump's political opponents. And again, this is from Durham, who wrote in this report. The department did not adequately examine or question these materials and the motivations of those providing them, even when, at the same time, the director of the FBI and others leaned on of significant and potentially contrary intelligence. Based on the review of Crossfire Hurricane and related intelligence activities, we conclude that the department and the FBI failed to uphold their mission to strict fidelity of the law, he stated. Durham did not, however, recommend that the FBI make any wholesale changes to how it handles politically sensitive investigations. Well, then there we go. We're going to go right back to where we started from. Come on, Durham. Recommended the FBI, however, recommended the FBI make, did not, again, Durham did not. Okay, he said that. He did not, however, recommend the FBI make any wholesale changes. So here we go. We're going to be right back there again. He's saying, don't do anything. It's fine. Just leave things alone. Durham did not, however, recommend that the FBI make any wholesale changes. I hope that burns into your head right there, all of you. Let it burn into your minds to how it handles politically sensitive investigations. Crossfire Hurricane and the subsequent Mueller probe cast a long shadow over Trump's term in office with allegations of Russian collusion. I was going to say collusion. Apologies for that. Persisting in the media, even after Mueller's report found nothing to back them up. Durham was appointed by Attorney General Bill Barr in 2019 to investigate the origins of what Trump termed the Russia hoax, and given special counsel status to allow him to continue work after President Joe Biden took office. One big egg in the face to vote blue no matter who. His investigation led to 3 criminal cases being brought, none of them against senior FBI or Justice Department officials. Clinton campaign lawyer Michael Sussin and Igor Dancino, one of Steele's sources, were both acquitted by Washington courts on charges of lying to the agency, while FBI attorney Kevin Clinesmith was sentenced to community service for lying while securing a wiretapping warrant for former Trump advisor Carter Page. So look, check this out. You can lie to the FBI if you have political connections. See, they were both acquitted. And this guy, Mr. Kevin, was just doing community service. See, now, if any of you did that, you're never going to see the light of day ever. If you tried any of this, good luck. Reacting to Durham's report, CNN anchor Jake Tapper wept and cried in a corner. No, said on Monday that the document was devastating to the FBI, and to a degree, it does exonerate Donald Trump. To a degree, no, it does. It does. So all this stuff, the walls are closing in on Trump. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, wait, he just built another floor and just escaped. That's it. One big waste of time. And Trump wrote on his Truth Social platform, in other words, the American public was scammed. And it's funny. So here, let's watch how CNN talks about it, because I think it's funny. I think
now an investigation that's 4 years in the making, and we finally have the conclusions. More than 300 pages released by the Justice Department. Now it has now been transmitted to members of Congress, who also are going to want to bring John Durham in to review some of the findings. But the bottom line is this: the investigation found that the FBI failed in many, many ways, things that we already knew from a previous Inspector General report.
You would have never saw this on CNN in 2016, 2017, 2018, 2019, 2020, 2021, or even 2022. This was unthinkable. It was impossible, improbable for something like this to be shown on CNN. And now here it is. Eat it up, folks. Eat up this delicious, delicious, delicious meal that's being presented. All of corporate media, the vote blue no matter who crowd, have to eat a nothing burger.
Report, and I'll read you just a part of it, of John Durham's conclusion. He says, based on the review of Crossfire Hurricane and related intelligence activities, we conclude that the department and the FBI failed to uphold their important mission of strict fidelity to the law in connection with certain events and activities described in this report. This is now an investigation.
I just find this so funny. It's hilarious to me, and I can't help but laugh. But I also want to pull up something else here too. And that is another video where you have Senator Josh Hawley saying, we need to end the FBI as we know it. Clearly, it has become corrupt. Oh, Senator, you're so late in the game.
So what are we going to do now? Are we going to do another report, Senator?
There needs to be a lot more than reports, Jesse. People need to be prosecuted for this. The Clinton campaign and Hillary Clinton herself. Is it any coincidence that she is tweeting about collusion at exactly the same time her campaign operatives are feeding this BS to the FBI? I don't think so. There needs to be consequences for her and also for the FBI. FBI leadership has clearly got to be changed. And Jesse,
I have to stop you there. Consequences for the Democratic establishment and its quote-unquote queen. Not going to happen anytime soon, folks. But it's just interesting, especially with the aftermath of 2016. All the bombardment of Trump's somehow involved with Russia and Russia interfered with our election and all of that was made up, fabricated. Now, we here at Hardlands Media called it out. Yes, we did report on it, as did everyone else in independent media. But as time progressed after 2016, nothing happened. And this goes back to what I said before about a lie. You could tell a really well-constructed lie, but what do lies all have in common? Eventually, they fall apart and crumble. Their foundation is not strong. Now, a well-told lie could last a while, but eventually it starts to crack. It starts to crumble. It starts to fall apart. You see, this is why people don't trust corporate media. This is why people don't trust the Democratic Party or the Republican Party. And now going forward, you cannot look me in the eye and tell me that Donald Trump's campaign will not use this information as further political ammunition to once again smack around corporate media and the Democratic Party and Joe Biden. His campaign would be foolish not to take advantage of this. So whoever's coaching Trump, advising Trump, or if Trump is reading books to get big brain power like how he had at that CNN town hall, he would be a fool not to use this for his next town hall or debate or whatever else he's going to be at. He would be foolish not to use it. Folks, grab the popcorn, but we'll continue on with the rest of the video.
I'm of the mind we need to end the FBI as we know it. It needs to be broken up. I mean, clearly it has become corrupt. The leadership is corrupt. You can talk to FBI agents in the field. I was just doing this this past week. Great folks in my home state all over the place, but
that's debatable, buddy. Come on, Senator.
Not served by this leadership. This leadership has become totally, radically politicized, and we've got to change it.
Now, again, it's only the beginning, folks. Not the end yet. But it is interesting to see how the Vote Blue No Matter Who crowd are collectively having a meltdown, collectively panicking and crying. It's, again, this is why now more than ever, we just can't really trust anything we see on corporate media. They went with Russiagate because that was the lie the Clinton campaign came up with. And now it's being revealed that it was all one big waste of time. They thought they had Donald Trump in a trap, but the last thing you do is put Donald Trump in a trap. So looks like this is further political ammunition for him to use. And it's just more for us to laugh at the Vote Blue No Matter Who crowd as they once again try and scramble and find anything, and I do mean anything, to say, oh, this time we'll get Trump with this. They can't. They can't. They always fail and lose. It's kind of pathetic, but really funny at the same time. So grab the popcorn and continue on laughing.